Hello, my friends. Today we're learning about Mציעא Daf Gimel. We're going to start from the Mishnah at the top. Koitzet Odom alidei atzmo. A person who is hired to do a job and he's allowed to eat as much fruit as he wants, so until his wages, like we learned before, he could tell the boss, "I'm not going to eat anything, and give me so and so such amount of money." Alidei bnoi bitu agdolim, for his son and daughter who are old, his slave male and female who are old, on behalf of his wife. If das to be moichel not to eat. You can't be fix such a thing for his son and daughter who are under bar mitzvah and bas mitzvah, and on his slaves who are under bar mitzvah and bas mitzvah. To be moichel. Aserches hapoel nasos beneter revai sheloi, Aryeh elu lo yechelu. They're not allowed to eat. Im lo yodio, and if he didn't let them know, poido ma'achilom, these fruits from the fourth year, he has to be poida and feed them because it's like a mekachtos, like we learned earlier. The spars or gula of the circles of dates or figs opened, the spaschu chaviois of the wine opened, Aryeh elu lo yechelu, they can't eat because it's already chayav b'maisa. Im lo yodio, if you never told them that this is something that's already b'mechuyev b'maisa, Maisa, he has to give Maisa ma'achilom. Until here, we all in this old Mishnah in the Shia before. Shomer Peres, someone who's guarding fruit, oichli melches medina, from minig amokim, but from a Torah, they're not allowed to eat. And we're going to see in the Gemara a machloikis about it. It says the Gemara, machloik, Shomer Peres, someone who's a guard on Peres. Omarav, Lo shonu, that's not talking about Elo shomer ginoi superdesim. Someone who's guarding a garden or an orchard. Aber shomer gitois vereimois, that means a garden and orchards. And the reason why Torah they don't eat, because they are b'shas. It's not gmar melocha. It's not b'shas shenoisim nekelev shel balabais, and therefore you only eat milches medina. Aval shomer gitois vareimois, if someone's guarding after wine press vareimois or piles of fruit, oichem Torah because it's b'sham mechuba lakarka. It's already tolu, it's mar melocha before mar melocha lemaisa, but it's already b'shas shanoitzim kilo lebalabayis. So you're allowed to eat and Torah. Oh, what's his job? So the Gemara Kosova Rav holds the mishama, someone who's guarding koisim maisadom. It's considered like you're doing a maisa. The actual guarding is considered a maisa. The Shmuel Omar no. Lo shonu, the holding of the Mishnah of Shomer Peres el shomer gisus vareimois, someone who's guarding a wine press where the wine is or the piles, and he's only eating milchas medina because shomer is lav kois maisa domi, and really Torah he shouldn't be eating because he's not doing a maisa milchas medina he can. Avol shomer gino superteisim, when it's still the fruit still connected to the ground, enem oichlim lo min Torah v'lo milchas medina, not min Torah because also they're not doing the job, and also it's mechuba lakarka still, and also milchas medina they don't eat. So the Gemara Kosova Masham Elav Koise Maisa Domi. Someone who's guarding is not considered a Maisa, it's not considered a job, and he can't eat. Mosi Rav Acha bar Rav Huna Amesham Be'esapora, someone whose job is to guard after the Eifa Pora Duma Mitameb Godim, his clothes become tome, and we know anyone who does a melacha with avodas hapara becomes tome. It's not considered doing a maisa. Am I mitamed godim? Why is it mitamed godim? He's not doing any job with the efa hapara. He's just guarding it. Elamai, we could see like Rav, the mishama, someone who's guarding is considered doing a maisa. Omar Rabba bar Ula no. Gzera shama yazis bo eva. Not mitamev godim, and the reason why we say they are mitamev godim, it's gzera, because we're scared maybe he'll touch something, and if he touches something, then he's mikabel tuma. So therefore, even if he doesn't touch anything, just that because he's guarding it, we're choishish and we go that he is tome. Mosi Rav Kahana meshaber arba v'chamish makshoy is someone who's guarding 4 or 5 fields of kishuim that belong to different people. Don't eat everything from one field. You calculate a fifth from one, a fifth from another one, and so on. If you're going to tell me that someone who's guarding is not considered like a maisa, my oichel, Shmuel said that if it's mechuba and you only mishama, you don't eat anything. And here it says clearly that you're guarding these fields and you do eat. So the Gemara, Rav Shimi Barashi, Ba'kurim Shonit. Somehow when you already picked them. They picked already. They're not connected to the ground. Fragt the Gemara, Kurim, if it's picked already, how could you eat it? It's chayav ma'isa already. So the Gemara shelo nital piko sheleim, that the flour never fell off already, not yet. And we learned early on that kishuim, the only chayav ma'isa when the flour falls off. Omar Ravashi, Kavosei de Shmuel Mustabra, I'll bring you right to the dinner of Shmuel, that shows someone who's guarding on a field that's still mechubal akarka, you don't eat whatsoever. That we learned in the Mishnah early on, who can eat midoraisa, someone who's working on a job, something that's connected to something that grows from the ground, b'shask mar melocha, when you picking it, ubetolush, and something that's already picked until Gmar Melocha. Michlal, since it said in the Mishnah, Elo Ichli Min HaTorah, is mashma, the Ika de Lo Yikochim Min HaTorah, they doesn't eat from the Torah, Elo Milchas Medina, that there's someone else who doesn't eat from the Torah, but the Medina he eats. Very good, and we're going to see soon what that case is. Ema Seifa, let's look at the end of the same Mishnah, and these are who don't eat, and it says all the opposite to the ratio, well, who does eat, all the other things, if it's not if it's mechubal akarka still, etc. Not Gmar Melocha. What does it mean they don't eat? If it's coming to tell you like the ratio, that you know but for sure for Minegam and dinner they do eat. Eine ratio, what's the difference between the ratio and the Sefer? Elolav, it must be saying that the ratio is coming to say that there's some people who don't eat at all, not even Milchas Medina. Mind you, why that? What does it say clearly in the Mishnah? If you do a job, even if it's something that grows, but it's not Gmar Melocha, it's not time to pick yet, you don't eat whatsoever, even not Milchas Medina. And in the ratio where it says a Milchas Medina, there's something that this way eat Me'at Torah, but there's someone who eats only Milchas Medina, that's someone who's shoyma, but betolush, not by mechuba. But here we continue the Sefer that you don't eat whatsoever, even someone who's doing actual avodah, the kol shekin shomer ginois paradosis that the Shmuel, they're not even doing avodah, but even if it's avodah what they're doing, but still mechubal lakarka, it's not b'shas gmar melocha, and therefore for sure they don't eat not milchas Torah and not milchas Medina, and that's a raya to Shmuel. Says the Mishnah. There's 4 types of shoymim. Shoymim chinam, someone who got something to God for free. V'ashoyel, someone who borrows something. Nuishesocha, someone who gets paid to God something. V'asoicha, and someone who rents an item. So what the name of them? What all the other ones are chayev, he makes a shvur that was gneva v'aveda oines, and he patters himself. V'ashoyel, someone who borrows, mishalem alakoil, whatever that is potter, like gneva v'aveda and pshia, that and oinsim, that the other ones, gneva v'aveda and oinsim, that shemechinam and shemesocha are potter for, shoyel has to pay in that case. Someone who gets paid, and a renter, if it's oineth, they make a shvur and they pattern themselves. Also, if it broke or got captured or died, but if it got stolen or lost, they have to pay. Says the Gemara, Man Tana Arba Shoymim. So now the Gemara understanding means who is the one who holds that there's 4 Shoymim. Omar Rav Nachman, Omar Rabba Bar Avua, who is this? Our Mishnah, Rameh, it's our Mishnah. Rameh is the Baal a Mishnah. So we can understand this better. Omar Rav Nachman, Mi Ika de Leslie Arba Shoymim. Is there someone who holds that there's not 4 types of Shoymim? For sure there's 4 types of Shoymim. Why are you telling me this is Rameh? Everyone holds that there's Shemechinam, Nishisacha. So what are you talking about? This is why I meant to say, who is the one who holds, like it says by us in the Mishnah, that the din of soicha, the one who rents, has the same dinim like a shemesocha and not like a shemechinam, because there's a machlokes about it. Who is that? Rameh, it's Rameh. Says the Gemara, what do you mean? Rameh is the one who holds that soicha is like a shemechinam, not like our Mishnah. The Tanya we learned in the Brisa, soicha keitze mishalim, what's the din of someone who rents an item? Rameh oimik shemechinam, not like our Mishnah. Rabbi Yehuda oimik shemesocha. So why are you saying our Mishnah is Rameh? It should be Rabbi Yehuda. Says the Gemara, Rabba Baravua Ipchaktoni. He learned in the Brisa over there the opposite. The Rameh, the one who says soicha kenois yisocha, and therefore he explains that our Mishnah is Rameh. Said the Gemara, Iyochi. Now this Iyochi doesn't mean because what we said now I have a kasha. I mean this is a general kasha. Tosis explains. Iyochi Arba Shloishanin. Why does it say in the Mishnah that there's 4 Shoymim? There's only 3 types of chiyuvim, 3 categories. Why is there 4 shomrim? There's only 3 categories. Doesn't mean that there's 4 categories of payment. There's only 3, but there's 4 types of shomrim. And how much the categories are paying is only 3. Said the Gemara story, Aryeh, the shepherd, Avakaroi, Chayusa, they took the animals, Aguda on the edge, the river called Papa. Shorig, one of them slipped, Chodominayu, Vinoflo Lamaya, and fell in the water. Osalik made the rabbi, he came in front of Rabbi, and the shepherd was getting paid to look after the animals, Patre, and he said, your potter, you don't need to pay. Omar, why potter? What have you done? They can't look after each animal that shouldn't slip. It slipped, it fell in the water. What should have you done? Says the Gemara with base. Oh, not I cannot do. He guarded like what people guard. That's what a shepherd's expected to do. He's not expected to hold each one on a chain or something. If so, are you saying this? A shepherd got he's showing me these animals, and he went to town when it's lunchtime, when all the shepherds go into town. Ochinami the potter, you'll also be potter if something happened to the flock while he was in town. Omaleim said, yes, of course, he's shomer, like what people normally, like a shepherd's normally shomer. So he asked him, Gonna prove to what happens if he slept a little bit, Beidna the Gonna into where it's normal for shepherd, a time when normally shepherds sleep. Ochinami the potter, if something happened at that time, Omaleim, he said, yes, and Ochinami, he was shomer, the Shamra Inchi. He asked him a kasha, Elu ointzim, what's considered oines yeshem esocha pot aleim, going like it says in the Pasuk in Iyov, Vatipol Shvo Vatikochem. The nation of Shvo came and took them, Vesanaorim, and the kids, equal if they killed with a sword. So that's called the oines, that's something that you can't do anything against Shvo. So, and you telling me oines is, if you went up to town when it's normal and it got stolen, that's oines, it's a much lower category. The brights over there that we say this is the oines is not talking about normal shoyim sacha. It's talking about the guardians of the town, that the people of the town pay them to guard the town. So those people have to guard much more than a shoyim sacha, because they know that the whole town's relying on them to guard. So they can't just go to sleep when it's normal to go to sleep. They have to do extra shmirah. But normal shoyim sacha doesn't have to do that extra shmirah. You have another cash from Bryce. It says, how much is the obligation that someone who gets paid for a job has to guard ad kedei, until, like the pasuk we see by Yaakov, I was in the day, Yaakov tells Lavan, I was in the day guarding your animals, and the heat of the sun was hitting against me, the kerach balayla, and there was ice at night. That means mamish mesiras nefesh, and you telling me they could just go to sleep when it's normal to go to sleep. Over there also it's so about, when we talk about someone who's guarded to keep the town, they has to do extra shmirah. Over there, Yaakov Avinu and Lavan, was he a special guard of the town? He was just a normal shepherd. Says the Gemara, Yaakov told Lavan, naturally, I'll guard to you, I'll guard for you extra, like the guards of town who have to do extra shmirah, and therefore Yaakov Avinu had to do extra shmirah. I have another kasha, a shepherd was with the animals, and he left the flock, and he came to the city, came a wolf, and grabbed the animal and took it to his cave. So a lion came and he jumped on the animal at the spot and ate it over there. That's the way the Zev normally does it, and the Aryeh does it. You don't say, if the shepherd was there, or your matzah, for sure you would say from the lion or from the wolf, and therefore he's chayev. What you do is you estimate. So this person, if you would be there, he could protect from this lion or from this wolf, chayev, he has to pay. Being love, if not, potter, because anyway he couldn't protect this to happen. My love, what we talking about? L'chora, the al beidna, that he went into town, the eilinch, when it's normal to go into town, and afilu we could see that if he could have protected it, he's chayev, and we said that if he went up to town when it's normal to go up to town, he's potter. So the Gemara, the al beidna the loy eilinch, it's somehow where he went in a time where it's not normal for the shepherd to go into town. So the Gemara, if it's somehow where he did something unusual, and he was like a poshea for going into town, am I potter? Why you potter even if you couldn't protect it from the lion? At the beginning it's pshia going into town in the wrong time. The soifa boinus that the lion ate this sheep. chayev, and we had a machloikis discussion about in a mafkid, and we passed in that it's chayev. So here it's tchilosi b'pshia, soifoi b'oines, you should be chayev. Why do we estimate if he could have protected or not? Wherever it is, it should be chayev. So the Gemara, it's talking about the shorma kol Aryeh. He heard a roar of a lion, and he ran into town. So the Gemara, we asked, what did we say? We estimate if he could protect it from the lion or not. What should he done if he heard the lion? Run away. So the Gemara, what he could have done is he could have go speak to other shepherds and say, oh, there's a lion in the area, come help me, and let's bring sticks and let's fight this lion. And he didn't do that. So the Gemara, Yochi, if so, my Aryeh Shoy, why this whole brayso talking about Shoy Mesocha? Afilu Shoy Mechino Nami, even a Shoy Mechino was not getting paid, he should have been makdim b'roi u'maklois. Doho Marhu, you yourself was the one who says, the Omei Shoy Mechino, someone who's not getting paid to protect the animal, Shoy Likadim b'roi u'maklois, they could have saved the flock by getting sticks and other shepherds to help him, and he didn't do so chayev because it's considered a pshia. So why did it say in the brayso especially Shoy Mesocha? So he answered Shoy Mechinom bechinom, Shoy Mesocha b'schar. That enochinami Shoy Mechinom would also be chayev, but this brayso is talking about that the Shoy Mesocha he had a bigger chiyuv. A Shoy Mechinom was only mechuyev to get other people to help him if he could get other people to help him for free. But Shoy Mesocha is mechuyev to even rent other people to pay them to help him. And that's why the brayso is talking about specifically Shoy Mesocha. So the Gemara, ad kama, how much should he pay other people to help him? So the Gemara, ad kedei demeim, until the value of the animal that he's guarding. Correct the Gemara, ve'echen matzinu b'Shoy Mesocha shechai b'ointzim. Since when a lion is oines, why does the Shoy Mesocha have to take money from his own pocket to save the other person's flock? I'm not chai b'ointzim. So the Gemara, no, the other shokil memi balabayis. It's so he gets back the money from the owner of the flock, the money they invested to protect his flock, and he's mechuyev only to invest the money just to lay out the money, to do it at the beginning, or even not to lay out, to tell the people he's going to pay them, and the balabais is going to pay them. Because of the Shoy Mesocha, we mechayev him more. If so, that you could spend as much as the worth of the animals, and the owner of the animals has to pay for it. What did the owner aim? So let's say the animal's worth £1,000, and I paid now £1,000 to protect the animals. So what did the owner gain by saving the animals? He's pulling out his pocket £1,000. So the Gemara nafkamina, the Gemara says two terutzim. First teretz is nafkamina lekusha dechayusa. These animals know where to go, know where the house is, know to go in the morning, at night. You don't need to train them. And therefore, even though that with the same £1,000 I could buy the same amount of animals, but they won't know where I live, they won't know where to get home, it will be much more training to do. Inami, another reason why it's a benefit, letirche yisei rosa. That if here you save my animals are back home. If I have £1,000, if the animals got killed, I'd have to take £1,000 and go to the market and find someone who sells this type of animal I like and buy it. It's a whole hassle, and schlep it. It's a whole hassle. So I prefer to spend £1,000 and save the flock that I already have. Rav Chisda b'Rabba bar Rav Huna lo yisviru li'uhod Rabba. They don't hold of the din of Rabba in Amud Aleph that we say that if someone slept when it's normal to sleep, or he went into town when it's normal to go into town, that you potter. No. Why? The armory, they hold, this is why I paid you to guard my sheep, literally. Netirosi is Sarah, they shouldn't be like everyone who go to sleep in the middle of the day. No, you should stay awake, and if something happens when you go to sleep, you'll be chayev. Tell the Gemara story. Bar Ada, the son of Ada, Sabulo Ave, he was a porter. Koma'ava Chayusa, he was transferring animals agamla de Norish on the bridge of the river Norish. Doch v'choda lechaver, to one of them pushed a friend b'shadisa b'maya and threw her into the water, and he died. Also the kameder or papa, and to know if he's chayev or not. Chayve, he said, no, you have to pay. You're getting paid for your job. You need to pay for the damage that this animal fell in the water. What should have I done? I couldn't stop him pushing each other, these animals. He said, you should have taken the animals one by one over the bridge. So the porter told him, that baby bar achte, you know, in the son of your daughter, and it's basically saying someone from your nation, someone from your people, a Jewish person, that he had the patience to go one by one. It's normal to take a few at a time. You're not the first one to taina this, taina that it's everyone do this and so on. No one listen to them, and therefore go and pay what you cause the damage. Ivu, the name of a person, afkid, he deposited kitna, I think it means cotton or flax, Ronya, by the house of Ronya. And this Ronya was a Shemechino. Ozal Shavu came the Ganev in the name of Shavu, Shamtemine, he stole it from him, and he was a listim Mazuyan, Rashi says. Yes. Lasoif Ukar Ganev. At the end, we found out that Shivu is the one who stole it, and we know he's a Ganev. Also, like Rav Nachman, this case came in front of Rav Nachman, and we know the Ganev needs to pay. But the shaila was if Beirunya need to pay Ivu, and then they have to chase after the Ganev, or Beirunya can tell Ivu, you go deal with the Ganev. And he said, no, you have to pay, and then go. You run after you, the Shomer, run after the Ganev. So the Gemara, Lema Pliga de Rav Huna bar Avin. Let's say that this is a machlokes, and where Rav Huna bar Avin says the Sholach Rav Reuven bar Avin. Rav Huna bar Avin said, "Nignev oines." What happened if a oines happened and it got stolen? And then we found the Ganev. We know who the Ganev is. So im shoymechinam, who if the one who was guarding is a shoymechinam who's not getting paid, Rotza nishba, he can make a shvur that was gneva and pata himself. Rotza. Or if he doesn't want to make a shvur, he himself could go to the Ganev and get the money back and pay to the owner. But if he is a shoymesacha, the one who's guarding, part of his job that he gets paid, he's the one who has to chase after the Ganev once we found who the Ganev is. And he can't pat himself from a shvur. So, and why this machlokes to what we said before? Because Runya before was a shoymechinam, and Rav Nachman said that he has to chase the Ganev. And here we say a shoymechinam, he has the option, he can make a shvur and pat himself. Omar Rava, no, really there's no machlokes. Hosom Gavri de Parmus Gahavu. When the story of Runya happened, where Shavu stole it, the people of the king who were nearby. So Osam Gavri de Parmus Gahavu, the people of the king were nearby, Kaimi. The Iroma Kola, if Runya would shout out, also Matzinele, they would come and save him. So it's his fault that he never came and saved. He shouted, and he's a poishah that he didn't do that, and that's why, since he's a poishah, it's his job to go get the money out of the Ganev. Says a Mishnah, Zev Echod, if someone's a shepherd and one wolf comes, Ein oines, you should fight it. Shnei zev in two wolves, oines, it's considered oines. Rabbi Yehuda Omer depends. B'shas mishlachas ze'evim, when the wolves are attacking, af zev echod, even one wolf, oines, it's considered like a oines. Shnei klovim, two dogs come and take a sheep. Ein oines, because you can fight two dogs. You do abavli oimer mishum rameh. He argued, he said depends. Mirachachas, if they came both from one side, oines, because we could fight them. Ishterruchus, if they came from both sides, oines, it's considered oines. A listim, someone who comes with a listim, like we always know, one Rashi says we go without the yud, listim, one listim that he comes with a gun, Aryeh the oines, and you pot if you're shemesocha. Aryeh, a lion, a dove, a bear, a noma, type of tiger, a bardelas, a cheetah, a nochosh, and a snake. Aryeh oines, if they attack the animals, it's oines. Amosai, when is this all talking about Bizman Shabo Beilim? I was going in my normal place where I always go to take the animals, and a lion suddenly turned up. If the shepherd took them, in a place where we know there's lots of animals, dangerous animals who can attack, it's not considered the oines, because he shouldn't have gone to that area. Continue the Mishnah. If the animal just died by itself, it's considered oines, and you potter shemesarcha. Seek for meso, if he was ma'ane, let's say took it to the sun for many hours or never fed it, and then it died, oines, it's not considered oines. Also, l'roshi tzukim, if the animal that you're guarding, and we explained in a mafkid, attacked him, basically ran away and ran to the top of the mountain where there is cliffs, v'nofla, and fell down, oines, and the shepherd is not chayav. Elo l'roshi tzukim, but if he took him up, the animals to the top of the cliff, v'nofla, and it fell down, umeisa, and died, oines, that's not considered like a oines. Said the Gemara about Tanya, it said in the Brisa, echad oines, one wolf is oines, and our mission says one wolf is not oines. What's chat? Or Rav Nachman bar Yitzchok, that price is talking about b'shas mishlachas seivim. It's talking about where the wolves are attacking. Rabbi Yehuda, and he goes to fish it as Rabbi Yehuda, the whole, like we said in the Mishnah, b'shas mishlachas seivim, even one zev is oines. At least the oines. So the Gemara, why is it? Luki Gavro, Ladi Gavro. So now the Gemara understands the listim is someone who comes and confronts you and steals it, but he doesn't have a gun. So said the Gemara, Luki Gavro, Ladi Gavro, go fight him. A guy came in front of you, take it, go fight him. Well, why are you running away and letting him steal the animals? Omarav, the listim is zuyin. It's almost where he's coming with a knife, a gun, with some type of thing, so you have nothing to do. Said the Gemara, Boilu, Shaila. Listim mezuyin v'roim mezuyin. What's the din if the shepherd also has a gun or knife and the guy, the ganav also has? Do we say, Mao, mi amrinin uki gavr la de gavra, the shepherd should fight him one-on-one, go take him on. And if you don't, you chayev. Or dilma, maybe, ay mosen avshei, v'ay loy mosen avshei. The ganav who comes, he knows that he's risking himself. He knows he's going to steal. If someone's going to stop him, he's going to kill him or get killed. He's willing, he's going in for that chance. But the shepherd, he doesn't want to get killed. He doesn't want to take any risks. So the Gemara, Mistabra, the svara is, Dai mosa nafshei, v'ai loy mosa nafshei. That you can't have a taina on the shepherd, that he should be moise nefesh to protect these animals. He might get killed. And therefore, even though that he himself has a gun, the other guy also has a gun, and therefore he just doesn't pull out the gun and he lets him steal it, and it's considered oines. The shepherd saw the ganav, and he's not with all his animals, and he cursed out the ganav, and he told him, Ganva, Saria, disgusting, stinky ganav, beduchte planya, in that valley over there, Yasvina, and we are sitting, kach v'kach gavre ikebadon, we have lots of people who are protecting our animals, kach v'kach kalve ikebadon, we have lots of 17 dogs with us, kach v'kach zukosa psikolon, we have those things that throw stones like with elastic, and we have it, it's like a type of bow and arrow type of thing. We have lots of those. Basically, don't come mess with us. And then V'ozal, the guy heard it, V'shokal minei, and he came and he took away an animal. Do we say that's considered like oilichon lemokin dudichaya because he told the ganav where they're sitting, or maybe he just wanted to scare him off? Or Malay, Aryeh, the din is that it's oilichon lemokin duda v'chaya v'listim. Since he told the ganav and got him upset, and he told him where he is, where they fit in with all the animals, he made the ganav come there, and therefore it's all considered oinus, and you are chayev. Shkoyach.